What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete, and today I am playing Central America for Risk Global Domination. 60-second turns, balanced blitz for rolls, expert AI, no blizzard, no fog, no novices. And I'm setting up a 6-player progressive game with 3 opponents, with 2 opponents. One guy didn't stick around. So we have 2 human opponents and 3 bots. And I'm in the 3rd position, followed by number 4 is Lucas, won 2 of their first 55 games, and General Crow, who is 5 hours in the game. Alright, so we got a couple of beginners by the looks of it. Played this map a ton, so I definitely know what I'm looking at, and I'm not seeing a great start anywhere. So I'm going to have to take it slow and play carefully. I could look to consolidate maybe some of these positions. I could look to hang out in Mexico. I should try and predict where my human opponents are going to go. So green might want to cut through there, so I don't want to be where green is. Yeah, or they go up there. And where's yellow? Yellow's here. Okay, so I think my move is to cut into this direction. Given all of that, I'm going to attack green here with an eye to connect my 3 with my 5 next turn. And I'm going to be playing the 2-position strategy for this game. I'm going to try to have, by the end of the 5th turn, 2 separated positions, separated from each other by as much distance as possible, and have them be worth about 10 apiece. This is contrary to what newer players tend to do. They like to take continents. And usually what ends up happening is either the bots or other players break those continents, and then you have these attrition battles where neither player gets the benefit because they end up spending as much as they would have gained fighting amongst themselves. Whereas I just like to hang out and hide for as long as possible, wait until the 6th turn, trade in my first match, and hopefully have a match on 3 on the 7th or the 8th. Have a match on 4. Use that match to eat my opponents, take their cards, and match again. And that is the basic play pattern for progressive risk. My green opponent went here, so they're going to consolidate in Central America. And my yellow opponent took a piece of the northeast. Hey, Reg, you want to say hi to the people? This game is powered by Reginald, so I know I'm going to do very well. How you doing, buddy? You gonna help me win? Okay, so that brown army got out of my way nicely. The question now is, okay, and then they move back. Question is, do I want to move in to this continent that brown is almost totally holding? If I move in, I kind of have to pop them a bit to disincentivize them from wanting to take the continent. But I think I am going to take it because I don't want to be in the middle. I want to be hanging out on one of the sides, and I'm expecting to lose this 3 down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and consolidate my forces in the Great Plains continent with an eye to bolstering a 2nd position later on. So I punch into brown a bit because I don't want brown to outnumber me in this continent. The AI might calculate that that means that they are favored to try and take it, and I don't want brown fighting me here. So I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 troops to their 4. So if the AI is doing the math, it would hopefully put their troops somewhere else. Green is now working on finishing that Central American continent, but doesn't have it yet. I suspect yellow is going to finish the northeast. Now, the northeast is actually pretty juicy. It's worth 4 bonus, and also yellow is allowed to hold 13 territories, which means they reinforce an extra troop, so they start with 4 reinforcement instead of 3. It would really surprise me if they didn't go there and take either 1 or take. But he's thinking about it. What would you do, Reg? Would you go AFK and turn into a bot? Which is what I think is happening here. And then we will be down to 1 human opponent. Got a little dead air for you. You know, pet the cat, relax, enjoy yourself. And we got a bot. Okay, so bot finishes the continent for yellow. Oh, doesn't get an attack. Cool. Okay, brown is getting chipped into, and yellow is now taken below 12 territories, so they won't be reinforcing 4 again. I think on my turn, I bolster this corner of South America, and if I have a 5 stack there, brown pushes in. No, I still have to outnumber brown in this continent. I gotta punch them again. That's too bad. Because I really want to start working on strengthening my second position, but that will have to be a future turn. Because right now I need to make sure that brown isn't just going to keep popping me. I guess I could leave. I could go into this corner. That actually might make sense. Put 2 troops here and attack that way, and then leave brown to fight with red. Okay, I'm down with that. Put 2 troops there. 4 is 100% to take. And I evacuate the Great Plains because I am not trying to fight a bot. And hopefully this gets uncontested, and then I can start strengthening that corner. And then I'm in pretty much 2 corners of this map as far away from myself as I possibly can. Which is where I want to be. It also looks like green is surrounding this 3 here, so I might as well spend that 3 on my next turn, assuming it survives. No, he's attacking it now. There you go, and he didn't lose for doing it. So there you go. Green has a continent. So what needs to happen is green is my only human opponent left. These 2 pieces of Canada need to get picked off, which is what I'm going to do next turn, leaving green with a single contiguous position. And this is the basic reason why my strategy involves having 2 positions, because it's harder for any one opponent to kill you if you're sitting in 2 completely different parts of the map. Everyone else has turned into a bot so far, so this game is heavily, heavily weighted in my favor. I'm fine to let green hold this continent. It isn't really going to impact my plan. I'm going to take this piece of green on my next turn, move my troops back to have an eye to take that on the following turn. And I'm going to forget about bolstering this corner. So brown takes the Great Plains continent like it seemed like they wanted to. That's why I wanted to get out of their way. And now red is going to break that. So we have bots fighting bots, and bots matching early. All fine by me. Because if I'm in the 3rd position, I want as many of my opponents to match in before me as possible. Red would have done that anyways, and as predicted, the bot breaks the continent. Things are going well for Pete. Alright, we get a break in Acadia. Is that territory called Acadia? It's called New Brunswick. It's got a little piece of Quebec too, but you all don't need to know the specifics of Canadian geography. I was fine to let green hold their continent because I'm working on their exclaves at the moment. I'm not sure if green realizes that they're the only person left in the game. I'm not sure if they realize that I'm kind of hunting them up there. Alright, green is guarding their continent. They have 24 troops to my 18, so it looks like they're pulling ahead. Wow, brown is down to 7. Maybe I get an easy take on brown if somehow this continent gets removed. But it's just as likely them holding 4 cards that they match in at the beginning of their next turn. The yellow bot got chipped away at in the northeast. Probably retakes now. Retakes a single. Magenta, I don't know what Magenta's up to. Oh, this is a big thing to keep aware of. If you're on this map, Panama connects to Bogota and Cartagena. So make sure that green thinks he's guarding his continent, and he's not, right? The Magenta player could have cut in through Panama and got that 3-on-1 take if they decided to. Okay. Brown matches in early. Sitting next to me with a 7. Don't like that at all. And starts attacking south. Well, I think brown is still the fish, and then reinforces up. Okay, that's fine with me. I can handle all that. It looks like brown is being teed up by the red AI. Oh no, do I lose my 3? I think I do. If I lose my 3 but he attacks the 1, that's still fine. Okay. So brown has 11 troops up here and 2 cards. I'm going to wait one more turn before I start to take out brown, but I've concluded that brown is the fish currently. My take on this turn is just going to be an easy take on green up in the corner, leaving green with a single contiguous position. And I have 3 of the 4 corners of this map, essentially. I have this piece of Quebec, I have this piece of South America, I have this piece of Mexico, I don't have that piece of Canada, but this map has about 4 corners, and green matches in early, which is totally fine by me. So now we have... hopefully some of the bots also match in before me, and we'll be in a situation where I get the 15. Progressive cards, the first matching sequence matters a lot. You have the 4, the 6, the 8, the 10, the 12, and the 15. I should have gotten the 8 if everyone waited, but it looks like everyone's matching, so there goes the 10. And if the magenta player matches on their turn, they'll get the 12, which means I get the 15, and that's what I really want. Take out brown on their turn, holding 3 cards match again, something like that. Brown's going to get a take on their turn and then have 3 cards, and then I think I eat them. And that sets me up for the 20. Oh, yellow's back in action. Okay, yellow has returned from being a ghost. And we have 2 humans alive in this game again. Cool. You can tell that it's a human player because humans have those arrows that pop out when they attack. Bots don't do that. It's very key to recognize the moment a player goes AFK. Because bots don't kill people. People kill people. And you can ignore bots for the most part. If the game turns into heads up when it's just you versus an opponent, you can pretty much treat the bot as an environmental hazard, not a player. This is another key thing to think about. And direct all of your attention into your actual opponent. Brown puts in 3, puts them up on the 5, gets some takes in the Great Plains continent, and sets me up to eat them on my turn. Couldn't have asked for anything more. Red's going to take some piece of that, making it even easier for me to roof. Brown has 12 troops left. Red, I expect, is going to take some of it right now. Yep, 11 troops. 10 troops. And I eat brown. And match again. Match number 1 is 15. And I'm going to stick myself in position to kill green. Next turn. Green has 2 cards, so there's nothing they can do about it. Another reason why you don't match in early. Because now it's a little bit more obvious that I'm hunting green. But I don't have quite enough strength to eat them yet. So they're going to remove me from that corner. And they bolstered their defense at the head of the snake. Cool. I'm fine with letting green hold Central America one more turn. I don't want to overextend if I have a second human opponent in this game. I have 3 cards, so I don't have a match. I'm trying to get my take here in Newfoundland. And I'll be holding 4, so I'll be much more likely to have a match next turn. Yellow breaks red. Any of yellow's forces that aren't going into me is a good thing, and he attacks me there. Yellow's going to hold this continent, I think. But that's okay. It's too late for the continents to matter. The only thing that matters at this point in the game is the cards. This is everybody's turn 6. Red player matches in with the 25. They're going to get most of the Great Plains, if not all. They're also going to retake this piece of the Midwest that they lost to Yellow. Yellow is now surrounded by 2 bots, each holding continents. Never mind, one of them loses. Okay, that would still put the pressure on Yellow. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of Newfoundland like I said I would, because that puts me in 2 directions for any one opponent to try to kill, and I'm expecting green to not have a match on 3. But I don't have a match on 4. This is what kills you in games of Progressive. Not having a match on 4 in the late game is what does you in. So now green is able to defend his 2-continent position from 2 fronts. Could have, or from 3 fronts rather. You could have moved this 8 into either the 7 or the 7. Now I'm starting to sweat a little bit. Yellow gets an easy take. Both of my opponents holding continents in the late game, and I don't have a match on 4. This is dangerous. This is a dangerous moment for me, right? The bot just put in the 30. Yeah. So both of my opponents have the opportunity to match before I do. And if green gets a 35 and or if yellow gets the 40, then they might get the bright idea to kill Pete. And we don't want that. Except that's the name of the channel. But good. So magenta now took the Caribbean continent, which is right next to green. So green will have to think about dealing with that. And they broke yellow. It's starting to look a little bit better for me now. I'm going to put my troops in the exterior position and then hook them back around. Because I really, really, really don't want to appear threatening to yellow if I can avoid it. Holding 5 cards, guaranteed to match. Let's see if green puts in. They do. Where does it go? It goes here. It takes up some of the Caribbean. Put some up there. Okay. But is it guarding or is this going into me? This is where I start sweating. Is that it? Okay, perfect. I survived to match in. Who's the fish? Yellow matches. Yellow gets the 40. I don't think yellow can quite kill me, though. He can take me out of this corner, and that's fine. And he's going to. So who's the fish? That's fine. I'm now in a single position, but I'm next to act, and I have a match. I don't think I can kill anyone, and if I could, it's not worth it. So failing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my match into this corner, and I'll have 2 of the 4 corners of this map and remain non-threatening to my human opponents. But it's starting to look worse for me. This is a game I might lose, and I really don't want to lose this game because it's been a long time since I've lost in ranked, and I'm really trying to push it to see just how high I can climb. Red takes me out of this corner, I suspect. Problem with my match is there's nobody who's worth eating at the moment. Some reason yellow gets taken out there. That's fine. I'm going to remove yellow's final piece. No, the move is killed purple. Purple is 32. My match is 45. So I don't get a guaranteed match in turn, but I eat purple, and that tees me up for a match next turn. And that has to be good enough for right now. Can I kill yellow too? Do I have the juice? I'm very close to having the juice. No, I'm not risking it. They have 42. I got a 43 stack right next to them. I'm not risking it. I know they don't have a match. I know neither of them have a match. So I'm guaranteed to match next turn again. I don't think either of them can kill me. I don't think they're going to coordinate and take out half of me. That's fine. As long as the bot doesn't fuck me, I'm good. The bot could fuck me. I have a 45 next to a red bot that has 3 cards, so they could match, and they could decide to go this way. Yellow's getting some takes. Expanding. I think yellow's next to go, as long as I have the power to do so. They do match. They do put in next to me. It's not quite enough. I think I survive. I think I kill yellow. And that's how I win this game. They're not going to roll a 40 on 45, are they? Oh, this is suspenseful. Looks like no. Looks like the answer is no, and I kill yellow now. Cool. We win this game. Wish him a good game now. He's spamming victory. Feels good, man. Okay, and I'm fine occupying this. Is there a territory I can sit that sits right in the middle of both my opponents? Yes, it's this one. No. No, I stay right where I am. Got 5 cards. Going to be able to match again next turn and break through whatever defense green shows. I have little incentive to attack red because they don't have enough cards. And they actually have the highest troops at the moment. And it looks like green has quit. So I win this game for sure. Green saw which way the wind was blowing and didn't want to stick around to find out, so I can beat 2 bots in the late game easily. I'll start with green just in case they disconnected and pop back in. I'll put my match here in Hispaniola, hook around that way, and finish them off next turn. But they match in next turn. Well, nothing I can do about that. I'm going to punch into green as much as like... Nah, you know what? If they match in next turn, it makes more sense for me to kill red. Let's see if I can actually kill red. What does red have? 123 out of 132? It's close. I feel good about it, though. How about now? 70? Yeah, I got this. Oh, but I did a bad split. Good enough. Match in next turn. Guarantee with 5 cards. And I control most of the board. The bot that is the ghost of the green player will do its worst now, but there's nothing he can do to stop me. And I'll switch to manual just to not lose. There you go. And that's the way this cookie crumbled. I think we get an extra rank point this video. We're shooting for lucky 33. Let's see if I cross that line. I just want to see what we got here. Okay, we're defeating 2 beginners, and we rank up to 33. There you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you found some of it educational or entertaining. Until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.